Coming up.
The main thing we're talking about this episode is the Backrooms movie,
It was just boring.
and sadly no flat image of Obama entity.
It was 100% worth it, and if I would have missed that in theaters, I would have been absolutely petrified. So
This month of May was like their best attendance in like 7 years. The Council of TikTok Riz Party will try and tell you this movie is bad. Like I had real hair. All right. Welcome back, everybody, to the Baked Potato Podcast with your hosts, Frankie and Jacob. Today, we are going to be talking some recent movies we saw. Oh, and we have a special
Who's that?
guest.
Who's that?
Woo!
Please leave.
Our only listener is here. Judah, how are you doing?
today's been amazing. How are we doing today, gentlemen?
Doing pretty good. Pretty good. We're going to be talking about, like I said, guys, we're going to be talking about the movie we just saw and some other game show stuff. But Frankie, you guys have something to plug, actually.
Oh yeah. So, as you know, on this channel, Greasy Potato, Mr. Jacob makes films, fairly often, short films. And me and this guy named Judah. I don't know if you guys heard of him, but me and him, we are writing and gonna be doing a film with Jacob. It's gonna be called Cure All, and that's all you get to know. But yeah, just get hyped for it because it's coming.
Yeah.
I'm coming.
All right.
Hey.
So I've seen Obsession 6 times now. Frankie's seen it twice. And Judah, you have just seen it last week. The movie
Yep.
is spectacular, in my opinion. It's already got 150 million worldwide. But what are your thoughts on Obsession?
First, I think you probably mostly relate to Bear. You're definitely obsessed. I am beyond shocked at how many times you've watched that movie. But after seeing it for the first time just this last week, I can say that the hype is real. It was 100% worth it. And if I would have missed that in theaters, I would have been absolutely petrified. So, yeah, I mean, anyone who missed it, that really sucks. That was one of the greatest experiences I've seen in theaters in a long time. So,
I think they're actually extending the theater run. So it's got like a couple more weeks in its blood, but which is actually really good because I think it's definitely a theater experience. But
you're going to go see it 6 more times?
I probably am going to go see it at least 2 more times before it's gone.
Goodness.
So, hey, that
Crazy.
Regal Unlimited's doing wonders. And also, I think AMC just posted that this month of May was like their best attendance in like 7 years, which is really cool. Because I guess, well, there was also a lot of like popular movies, like the Michael movie, the Mario movie, and a couple other stuff. But yeah. All right, guys. But the main thing we're talking about this episode is the Backrooms movie. We just watched it last Friday. There's a lot of mixed reviews online. You either hate it or you love it. But Frankie, what did you think?
Oh, okay. So I gave it a 3.5 on Letterboxd. And it was definitely like a higher 3.5, but I just feel like it could have just been done better, and I feel like it might not even been Kane Parsons' fault, the director, because I think that like it might have just been like kind of Hollywoodized a little bit. Like, 'cause I watched a little bit of his like older stuff because a lot of people were saying, "Oh, if you just play the Roblox game, then you don't know what you're talking about." Like he has original stuff, but like I checked out his original vision, and it was like levels better than what I saw in the movie. I mean, it kind of helped the movie a little bit, but I feel like it could have just been, I don't know, like you done a little bit better.
Yeah. My first watch, I did not enjoy the movie at all. I mean, 2 weeks after Obsession, I thought it was going to be much more scarier, like jump scarier. Um, so I think, and also we were in a hot theater at a 9 p.m. showing filled with teenagers, and I will say this, some motherfucker was eating corn nuts like a horse right in front of us. Like,
Rock. Had to be rocks.
had to be rocks,
Yeah,
dude. It was, and I
for
think that
sure.
ruined my first experience with the movie. But I did go see it a second time. I actually did like it. It's not really, you're going for more like the unsettling like factor, and it's more like that eerie vibe that the Backrooms is, and the performances are just outstanding. I mean,
Yeah.
and the story, watching it again was pretty good, and Pirate Clark is actually terrifying. Like rewatching it again. But Judah, you have actually dived into the Backrooms more than I think us, I would say, right?
I think in a way you could say that, but I think more so I just see the whole topic as this grand scheme of everyone's own ideas and all these own interpretations that people can bring them up to, and I think just all of the differences in what people are seeing and what different media they're consuming. I think that's where I have the higher bit of knowledge on this. Is I know how many different um I guess backrooms videos and lore there is. So that's just kind of what helped the movie really stand out for me. Is if you're able to understand that the backrooms is just this idea that was created from that single image, then you can kind of just enjoy the fact that this is an original idea, regardless of how much surrounding the backrooms there is. And everything about it is very much Kane Parsons like.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just, it's a lot to appreciate when you just view it that way.
Yeah, I gave it a 4 stars. It would have been 5 stars if like Obama entity was there and like Kanye was chasing us around, but it's whatever.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I thought the first watch, I remember hearing that it was going to be Kane Parsons' idea, and I didn't realize that the levels were like a different thing. And so I thought we were going to get like, I remember the whole bathroom level and like other housing levels, but yeah, so I was very disappointed on my first watch, but I will say just the acting and the actual story and like you were saying, like it's just this original idea put to screen, which is pretty cool. But I gave it a 4 stars. I think the acting is definitely the best part of this movie. And the set design is insane. Like I guess they built all that in Canada. I don't know
hear
what
that
else
they
to
got
say.
lost.
Yeah,
They
it's
got
crazy.
lost in the set.
Well, I guess the
Yeah.
whole building was like 30,000 square feet, which is insane. It's like 30.
That is wild.
It's like 20 different houses put together. It's crazy.
Yeah, one more thing on what you were saying about the different levels and everything. I think that's probably the biggest downfall of the movie. Is it's kind of like trying to make a superhero movie and having everyone compare you to, like, say, Superman. And it's like you're on the right track, and there's no one to say what is and isn't a superhero and what is and isn't a power in that sense. That in the backrooms, a lot of people have. There's so much that you can find on it. Like you said, those Obama photos. As funny as it is, the bacteria, that little entity creature thing. It's all part of the lore, and it wouldn't really make sense in his film to bring that into it. Just based on how his entities work. And so, that's another bit is just, it's true to him. And that's kind of part of the downfall is just all that could be, all that people have seen. They don't understand, that's not, he's not the creator of the backrooms.
Yeah. Yeah. He's just another person in the whole grand scheme. But I will say the Backrooms fans are kind of annoying me. I'm sure you guys have seen it where it's like, anytime somebody says the Backrooms is bad, all the fans come rushing and say, you just don't have any media literacy. And did you even watch the movie? And it's so bad because I swear these are the same people online that go to a movie theater like 2 times a year. and go to watch like they're gonna go watch Avengers and like nothing else. Um, but they're all the chuds. They're just annoying me. But we can get into spoilers now if you guys have any spoiler talk. I will say, all right. So I think them revealing the monsters definitely loses that. I mean, it's not even what the first watch I think I was thinking was gonna be scary, and then they reveal the monsters, and I'm like, it's not scary anymore. So what is this movie? But the second watch, I'm like, oh, that's why we're revealing the monsters, and it's that whole explanation of like the rooms are an entity recreating the world as we know it, and it's like Clark says, where it's trying to describe a dog to someone who's never seen a dog, and then having them draw it. Like it's such
Yeah.
I love the ending even more now. It's so good. And that final shot of Mary sitting in the interrogation room where it's like she's like all split up, dude.
No, that's still in my head,
Insane.
dude. Those character designs are ingrained in my brain.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't imagine that to think that in Kane Parsons' world, you can go deeper. It can keep going.
Yeah.
You see that edit clip where it's dropping through the floors. You can go deeper, and I'm sure that's probably where that noodle man came from. But it's just creepy to think that if there was ever more movies, it can get more disturbing for sure.
Yeah. I think Kane is even maybe like a Backrooms 2, maybe in the works, but we'll see where it goes. I somewhat see Kane as a director, but I don't know if it's going to be like very like grounded movies. I think he's going to stay on this like internet like Backrooms level horror movies. And then we're going to get like Backroom 7 Back to the Room or something. And but it's like
the
that
next
whole
Avengers.
Yeah, essentially. But it's that whole comparison between him and like Curry Barker too, where it's like they're both the new guys and we hear it a lot. But it's just so refreshing to see somebody new in the industry, to be honest. And both of these movies are insane. I love Obsession more. But they each have their own slice of the pie. Frankie, what do you have to say?
Oh yeah,
You've been
I don't
sitting
know.
patiently.
It's just such a tough movie for me, just because like you said, like the material of it is actually really cool when you think about it. Just like the way it remembers, or if it remembers miscorrectly, it's a very cool concept. I just felt that the movie was like messy. Like, I mean, we kind of said it to each other. Like the first half of the movie is like really, really good.
Mhm.
The second half, for me, kind of, was it just kind of felt like different. Like it's not necessarily bad once you look back on it. It's just it felt like as if he kept the first half of the movie up to the point where um Clark, or like the tall guy, picks up the camera. Um I don't know, it just felt
Oh
kind of
yeah.
messy, and I felt like it definitely felt like a debut movie to me, and that's fine. But it's
Mhm.
just like,
Mhm.
you know, I don't know. It's just weird. And
Yeah.
I definitely think that I was a little bit more disappointed. Um and this is my own fault for like kind of expecting a little bit more, even though Kane Parsons had his own vision. But I don't know. I just feel like some of it could have done a lot better, and maybe it
What
will in like a second movie. But
what do
Yeah.
you think
Oh, wait.
was? Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
All right. Well, on that, you're talking about how a lot of people have heard that is that the first half is really good and the second half is not that good. But I feel like with the first half, there's not really any options you can go that don't end the film. Like he can't embrace it and live with them, and they can't all die. So it's kind of like after that second half, maybe it's the spacing. But what do you think they were supposed to do? After that first half.
not die. I don't know.
She lived.
I think definitely the movie ends with him. Like this movie is definitely two different parts. Like we have the whole thrilling exploration of the Backrooms, and then it cuts to the whole character deep dive where Mary's also been in her own backrooms, you could say. But I think with the first part, it would definitely just be him running through all these different back rooms, these rooms in the back, and maybe him escaping or something. And that's the end of the movie, and it's like 90 minutes. But at that point in the movie, I think it was like 45 minutes. So I think you still have another half of the movie to go off of.
Yeah, and like I don't mind like the stuff that did happen, but it just like it felt like such a like it literally felt like just like a giant like time jump almost.
Mm-hmm.
Which I mean it kind of almost was, but like I just felt like it could have flowed a lot better, and like it seemingly just kind of felt like two different films in like one movie, even though it was like kind of alike. Because like the main focus was like I don't even remember his freaking name. What was the guy's
Clark?
name? Clark. Yeah, like it was his story, you know, Clark and all this stuff, and then you know he like falls to the backrooms, and now it's like not his story anymore, and he's like an entirely different like protagonist. He's not even the protagonist. He's like an antagonist now, kind of, I guess, in a way. And then like it was focused on the therapist. Then when the therapist kind of felt like a side character, it just like it felt really messy. Felt really messy. I'll say that.
Yeah. It was kind of weird because they do shift main characters after that part where he gets where the camera gets picked up. And I think it was actually really cool that they did that. But also that time jump does throw you off because it's been like a couple weeks now and the movie changes its tone entirely. And everyone changes. Clark goes to a bad guy. Mary becomes the protagonist you're cheering for. The the Asian girl's head is in the fridge. I mean, it's a different movie. Judah, do you have? I honestly don't know what to talk about. I'm like rambling at this point.
Well, I don't know what you had, Judah, but when the part when like they started falling, it's like when the guy was about to get pulled down, right? I was like, oh, he's cooked. Like he's done for. And then they all start to get pulled down because the bed pulls them down. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Like, you know, like how are they going to get out of this? I was like super invested. I was like, this part is great. This is awesome. They get pulled down. Dude gets decimated, and then
the girl runs
what
after.
happened to the girl?
She ran around the corner, and then she also got decimated.
Yeah,
so.
By Clark, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, I think by Pirate Clark.
No, I think remember her head was in the fridge.
Well, oh wait, no, yeah, you're right.
I think he killed her.
I think so.
I think he killed her because she didn't want to stay.
And it's like, and then like I was super invested. I was like, you know, how are they gonna get out of this? Like, this is a good point in the movie, and it just ended abruptly.
I do.
Okay.
I do have some
a little bit more than that.
Yeah, I know what you mean in that sense. I kind of understand. I also think that a lot of this movie, like I was talking about before, is a lot of it is super easy to just fly over people's heads. Because I think it's a lot deeper than most people were expecting out of a movie about the Backrooms. Something that's such a simple concept to people.
You can't understand the movie, Frankie. You just didn't open your mind up.
I'm saying that it took.
It is.
I'm saying it took a little bit to think and understand this. I'm saying I didn't understand it because a lot of it doesn't make sense. But I think it's kind of just supposed to show that like the entire time Clark was the antagonist and we just couldn't tell because we start to see in the second half, you know, his true intentions and how even, you know, the Backrooms is viewing his life and all the people around him. And, you know, they try and imitate him. So I think part of that is just instead of showing him slowly lose his mind and walk around in the Backrooms mindlessly like he saw in the beginning, I think it was supposed to, you know, kind of emphasize that the Backrooms is like remembering him and that he is so in love with himself that, you know, he's okay with living with that absolute terrifying monster that is Pirate Clark.
Yeah, I'm gonna chip in. I want to be honest. That pirate was not scary at all. I don't know why. To me, it just wasn't freaky.
My second watch, it was actually kind of terrifying with the music because we were already thrown off on our first watch, and so we weren't even scared. So Frankie, you got to watch it again someday.
I probably will watch it again, but like the music, I was kind of talking about this too. Like
It's like The
the music
Shining.
was good, but I felt like it wasn't good enough. Like it could have been better. Like I felt like it wasn't very loud. Could have been a little louder. Could have been like I feel like it wasn't. Like I think I said this multiple times that like score is like a huge thing for me, and I feel like it wasn't like it could have been utilized so much better. And like there was music in the trailer that I was like hyped for, and they didn't even use it, and it was just like what the hell. So I don't know. The part, I mean, it was kind of scary. Like the part where she was like on the stairs that were just like floating above this like giant hole or whatever. Like that was scary because like I mean you can like imagine yourself on like stairs that like have no railings and you're getting chased by like this giant tall like I like that part a lot. I did like that part. But like I don't know, I was just so disappointed that it was just like a pirate Clark. Like it didn't seem like it was gonna be that earlier in the film. Like it seemed like some like black figure.
Well, what was weird was
the bacteria.
There's I think there's
I would have been fine with not having the bacteria. Okay, I was fine with not having the bacteria, but it was just like it didn't seem scary. It just seemed goofy.
Yeah, I will say I'm pretty sure there's a continuity error. Like the film opens up on June 19th, 1990, and it's the scientist in the suit running around, and he gets killed by Pirate Clark. But then the film cuts to like a week later, where Clark hasn't entered the Backrooms yet. So I'm wondering, how did the Backrooms manifest? Pirate Clark? I'm pretty sure it is.
It was just a black.
It was.
It had like the hat.
Down and look. Sure. It has the hat. Yeah. I do have an answer for you on that one, actually. Part of knowing about Kane Parsons' exact lore is that day that they were showing us was kind of around pretty close to, if not exactly, I didn't look too deep into it, but it's around when the Backrooms actually opened, which we do get to see the door where it opened in. And that's why it's so close and so similar, is because, you know, clearly it's like they're kind of scrambling around. They don't know the place yet. And it automatically tries to remember. It doesn't take what's already been there. It was supposed to be a 1-to-1 replica of the world so that they could store things in it, but it replicated all the people in it too.
I was also thinking, what if it was, you know how they have all the TVs and stuff? Maybe his ad played in the Backrooms, and then maybe that's how the seagull got there too. I don't know, because
every living thing exists in the Backrooms a second time. They exist twice when it was opened, because like I said, it copies the world. Think of it like the Upside Down.
Yeah.
Except if you had people, and then imagine the Upside Down had an Upside Down, and that just keeps spiraling down and getting more and more uncanny. That is why like you have all those people and those things in there. Because you saw and there was rooms that literally had the same wallpaper as the as inside of his store.
Oh yeah.
And it's not like his wallpaper went into the Backrooms. It's just because of how that works. How it creates itself.
Thank you, Judah. This was
of course.
This was a good
I'm so
special guest. One thing I didn't like about the last chase was the fact that Mary was like stumbling around, just like your cliche like horror blonde. And people saying that she broke her leg on the couch. I don't even think that would be possible. I think she just kind of like, remember how she fell into the couch? People are like, "Oh, she broke her she broke her knee, and so that's why she's stumbling around."
You know what? I actually
and the
like
fact that
part.
she's running around all rampantly is because she can't fathom what she's seeing.
I actually kind of like that part because, like, I call it the couch rooms. So it's just
that's what you did on your review.
Like, if you think about it, like, have you ever ran on a couch like as a kid?
That's true. Yeah.
And like you get caught in the crack of the couch, like your foot just gets caught in it. Yeah. Like that's what I imagine happening. Is like her foot like gets caught in it, and since she's like actually running, that just like I don't know, hurts it somehow. Probably didn't break it.
I do. Much, but like, still, I do agree with the people online with saying that the Backrooms with async should have been a little bit longer, but I think it's also cool that they kept that what's the word? Not like privacy, but they kept it very hidden.
Background?
Like not like background, but it's like they didn't want to like Kane didn't want to show you async.
Yeah.
that much, just to keep them
Mhm.
very like secret, like, which I think is pretty
Right.
cool.
That's in line with the story of his. The government hired them to create the Backrooms for storage, and that's probably why we don't see much of them, and that's why it's really kind of confusing in that whole beginning part, like who's watching them, what's all this happening, because the government doesn't want anyone to find out because they messed up. So,
and I will say,
cool.
the people that are angry, or not angry, but they're saying like obsession was spoon fed to you, which it is, and it's designed that way. But the Backrooms is also spoon fed to you. Like, I didn't even know async was the thing. I just kind of knew the yellow guys and the Backrooms, and the story is so put together and well that I just hate these Backrooms fans. They are so annoying. Like, it is pissing me off.
TikTok brain.
TikTok, yeah, you guys have
I feel
TikTok
victim.
brain, and
I feel victim to that. I won't lie.
did you
It's
comment
hard.
some of that?
Yeah, definitely on my Letterboxd, I totally said that the TikTok brains are there. I just genuinely feel like people just don't know that it's the Backrooms is all up to interpretation, and that just like pissed me off. That like everyone's like, "Where's the bacteria? Where's the guy with all the black noodle arms?" And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, please shut up!
Here, let me pull up.
Don't pull
Let's
up mine, please. Leave that. Leave
I'm
this
gonna pull
secret.
both of yours and mine.
No, no, please don't. I'm deleting it right now.
So, all right. So this is Frankie's review.
Who's in the moment?
3.5 stars. The Couch Rooms. Judah said
No.
4 stars. Liked. The Council of TikTok Riz Party will try and tell you this movie is bad and it doesn't make any sense, and they missed out on the bacteria as the entity. If you understand that the Backrooms is interpreted by many different people, you are able to enjoy Kane Parsons show you in a beautifully terrifying way that what his idea of the Backrooms is, and he leaves a lot up to you to pay attention and find out, and that really makes it stay in your mind. Don't watch if you have no brain. Now let me say this.
All right, that ending bit probably ruined the whole thing.
The whole thing where people are like, you have to really pay attention to this movie. You don't. I think
you had to watch this twice.
Well, I gave it a 3 stars my first watch, so I felt I had to at least try again. But that whole you have to pay attention to watch the movie it's not even true. This movie spoon feeds you as well.
I mean, pay attention to the Backrooms as a whole. I'm not saying pay attention to every detail.
I'm not saying it's
like
you.
You have to know a little bit about the Backrooms if you want to watch this, bro. I can't stand it. It's all you need the next bots Obamas and everything is all people know because it's what's popular.
I honestly think if they had done some marketing to say this isn't like a jump scare movie, I think it would be getting better reviews, because I think at least a quarter of the people that watched it, or maybe half, thought it was going to be more jump scarier, like the videos you see, not even like the level stuff or like the Obama stuff, but like some of the Backrooms recreations and stuff where it's like them going around found footage, jump scared.
Yeah.
But also it's like it's not like, I think Kane said it's not his job to say if it's scary. It's like, and not his job to make it seem scary. I think he said that he wanted his crew to at least do that. So I think coming from his standpoint, it's like he doesn't need to tell everybody anything. Like, he's just letting us come to our own terms, which is nice. All right. I gave it a 4 stars and a like. I'll just read this first paragraph because I did write like 6 paragraphs. With that being said, the movie is good, and for the right audience, perfect. I've seen some of Kane Parsons' original stuff, and going into the first watch, I knew it didn't feature levels, and sadly no flat image of Obama entity. I did, however, think the movie would be more jump scare horror. Being disappointed the first time with the outcome and being pissed off from the audience members, it left a bad taste in my mouth. On both of my watches, I recognize that the acting saves this movie. Incredibly great stuff. I just read 3 paragraphs. So I'm going to keep going at this point. But on my second watch, I had actually preferred the last act because it showed some powerful acting and left the audience with the question why. Now, this is because I had already seen and known what happens to the characters, probably, but when you're left with just analyzing the characters, you get more out of it. At least I did. Lastly, we cannot compare Obsession to Backrooms. Each are their own piece of the pie. And the Backrooms fans criticizing Obsession fans because the story was simple, that's because it was designed that way. Backrooms is full of references that enhance the experience once you've seen them. And to call Obsession a TikTok movie is insane because at this point, Backrooms is also a TikTok movie. All right, let's do our new rating. If you guys weren't here last week, we have a new rating system for each new movie we watch. We call it the S test. Just this is a tier list, right? From S to F. Or is
Well,
it
okay,
just
so the S
yes
test,
or no?
I mean, you can give it like a tier if you'd like, but it's mostly just to like kind of realize if a movie kind of makes it into that like S Hall of Fame, I suppose, you know, and then we can like kind of regroup at the end of like the year or something if we get that far. But like, first one for Judah, do you think that Obsession reaches your S tier 5-star 10 out of 10 realm of like a movie?
Yeah. I honestly didn't understand the S
Execute
test
them.
100%.
Okay.
So is it? So how do you do the S test? Is it you're just saying is this an S movie? Is that the whole S test? Yes or no?
I mean, it's not like we like physically like do something.
Okay, I was just
kind of
curious.
misleading, but no,
I think
No,
we
that
gotta
makes sense.
change this to like a tier list or something.
no.
Because it's like 5 out of 5
So
or
is it
no.
S worthy?
Is it S
Yeah,
worthy?
it's tier
Oh,
worthy.
okay.
Yeah. I think Obsession kind of has to be. It has to stick in your mind. I think you said this last episode. It really has to stick in your mind to really deserve that. I think it has. And it really, yeah, it deserves it.
Yeah, I mean, like the whole point of the S test is like I feel like an S tier movie, you know, as we do it, you know, for all the movies coming out in 2026, like it should be like a pretty monumental movie for it to like reach the S test. Like at the end, there should only be like maybe 5 movies max that actually kind of like get into that tier. Maybe more. I mean, it could be more, obviously, but like it should be kind of like a thing that's like
Rare.
handed out.
I think this year I would say Obsession and Project Hail Mary are S tests. So
I wouldn't
They
give
passed the
Project
S
Mary
test.
you would have I mean,
You
maybe
give it the S test, or you wouldn't approve it to
maybe the
pass?
pizza movie
I
S
wouldn't have Hail
test.
Mary
But
pass. Yes.
All right. You're demoted.
Okay, but like so we'll start with Judah again. Backrooms. S test.
No, definitely not yet. Like I said, it's come on. You can't look at that ending and not say that there's something else coming or something more coming, and I almost guarantee it'll happen. So I definitely think it could reach there if maybe a sequel comes out and the ending's like becomes just this awesome, great thing. But I think there's too many plot holes, like a random whole sequence with like that daughter. Not a clue what was going on there. So no, it's not yet. But it was very impressive for a first film.
I also say it's not an S. Just yet. I think it's a good movie, but I don't think it's a 10. An S, a 5. But it's good. And Frankie, what do you give it?
Oh,
Yeah.
it doesn't pass the S test for me. That's a 3 out of 3 right there. So that's deemed not S tier.
Judah, this is your first game show. Woohoo! All right, so we're going to be getting Judah's Letterboxd top 4, and then we're going to get everyone's bottom 4 movies of all time. So, Judah, let's just say the movie and let's hear a little thing you love about it, and then we'll try and keep this one quick. But Judah, take the floor.
I'll make it pretty fast. I think I'm going to go bottom to top. So my 4 is Click. And recently I just learned that it's not that loved of a movie, but that movie's been something that's in my mind forever. And it's one of the only movies that ever made me like truly emotional as a kid. So that
I
one
agree.
will always be. That one will
It
always
is
have a
very
place in my
sad.
heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super cool. Next up, we got Star Wars Episode 3. I don't think I could appreciate that as much until I was able to go and rewatch it in theaters. And oh my goodness, I mean, it's probably just blind. I'm probably just blinded by nostalgia, but I mean, just everything about it just felt so perfect, and it just made me really miss how movies felt back when I was a little bit younger. So
Mhm.
that one's my 3. And then going on to 2 is Django Unchained. A little bit of a different movie outside my top 4, but this one just has so much Western awesome action. It's just like if I thought of a Western, that's all I ever want to watch.
Yeah.
Funny about Western, my number 1 movie is All Quiet on the Western Front. Not the old one, specifically the new one. That I don't even understand how they made such a beautiful piece of art.
So
It's
good.
in German. It's
Mhm.
in German, and it's still my favorite movie, which I think
It
is just
won like
baffling to me.
5 Oscars or something. Like it
Deserves all of them.
cleared the foreign categories, the music categories. I think cinematography. Like it is genuinely such a good looking and good acting movie.
Yep. I have it literally ingrained in my brain. I'm not photographic, but I have so
Yeah.
many scenes, and the audio every time something
Oh,
comes,
so good.
you can tell the situation before it happens just based on the audio, and it's just incredible. So that's
The
my top 4.
the worst part about that movie is when his friend gets burned alive and he's watching him. Oh,
No, it's him shoving dirt down the guy's throat to make him
oh
quiet
yeah.
because he didn't like the sound, and the guy stabbing himself in the neck with a spoon because he
I
wanted to
forgot
die.
about that. Yeah.
He got him soup. He comes over, gives him his spoon, and he just kills himself right on the spot. I mean, it's the greatest movie I've ever seen.
All right. Thank you for your top 4, Judah. Next, like I said, guys, we're moving on to everyone's bottom 4 movies. So we'll start with Frankie. Just go from 4 to 1. 1 being your least favorite movie of all time.
Okay. I gotta remember. I didn't write them down. So my 4 is gonna be a movie called Polytechnique. This was a film made by the guy that made Dune, so Denis Villeneuve. It was a documentary on like some shooting at a school in like Canada,
Oh.
and it
I
was like a
thought
school shooting,
okay.
and it was just boring. Like
Jesus.
that sounds bad considering like the
The
content of
topic,
the film.
yeah.
But, like,
Wait, so is this a
Not enough
is
death.
this a movie or is this a documentary?
it's a film, but it's
Oh,
like
it's a true story.
yeah, it's like a true story
Okay.
documentary, but it felt like a documentary even though it was supposed to be a film,
Mhm.
like a normal film. But I don't know, it was just kind of boring, and I feel like some stuff could have made
Yeah.
a little bit better. But yeah, I mean, I don't like hate it too much, but anyway, um, my 3rd is gonna be this movie called Body. Hold on.
I just say just pull up your
So bad
letterbox.
he doesn't even remember it.
It's
Yeah.
It's called The Counselor. The Counselor's next. Sorry, I couldn't remember which one. The Counselor.
The Counselor.
It was a movie made by Ridley Scott. It was just a
Mm.
cluster shit of bull fuck. I don't know. Sorry. It was just like it was so hard to like think about any of the plot. It was just all over the place. It felt like just a YouTube short film that was like too long, like
Mhm.
way too long. It just didn't make sense. It was made bad. I mean, and it had like a really good set of actors. Like it had like Brad Pitt, the guy that plays Stilgar in Dune. I can't remember his name. A different person, another
Alfonso
different person.
Cuarón. You call
Maybe.
yourself a film fan.
I-
let's just get over with, buddy. We have 2 more
Yeah,
people.
it wasn't that bad, or it was pretty bad. The next movie was called Body of Lies. Had Leonardo DiCaprio, and he had like different colored eyes, and it really threw me off. That was
Hmm.
the reason I didn't like the movie. It was just really very, very boring, coupled with the fact that I'm not like a big war movie fan, and it was kind of like an Afghanistan, like Middle Eastern war movie, and like
Mhm.
it is just not my type of movie. So like that coupled with the fact that it was just not well written and just boring, it was not fun. And my number one top hated movie, and this is I think you already know. I've already mentioned this multiple times. Is Alien 3.
Yep.
Everything about that movie makes me want to die. I'll leave it at that.
I'm gonna watch it one day and then I'll report back. Judah, what is your bottom 4 movies?
Yeah, so faster than Frankie because he sucks. Anyway, so my bottom 4 is gonna. I'm starting it off with Five Nights at Freddy's 2. I won't lie, I'm kind of fresh to Letterboxd, so I don't really have too much to say on this one. I think I've seen it. I think it's bad enough where I don't even remember how bad it is. So I'm pretty sure I've seen it though, because I remember seeing the second or the first one, and then I remember going back and watching something similar, but zero enjoyment at all. Moving up into Inside Out 2. I don't know why a lot of people like. There's like fandoms of this one. It's just genuinely like the first one was pretty good. Maybe it's just because I'm a little bit older now that I watched that second one, but I mean, I swear the first one was like pretty good and pretty interesting. The second one felt like taking a joke and repeating it every single day for a month, and then just like changing one word and trying to laugh at it again. If that makes any sense. And then my second least favorite movie is going to be the Emoji Movie. Genuinely a steaming pile of dog shit. And I mean, there's just no thought into it. I swear it was made by AI. That is like, I would 100% not be surprised if it's made by AI. And I'm going to say my least favorite movie ever is the second Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. I think I watched it in theaters, and it was kind of right around when I felt like Marvel movies might be coming back on a rise. And then I started watching it. It was interesting. It just turned terrible. And it was blinded by what do you call it? An agenda. It felt like it was just trying to push along like an earthly agenda when it was all about a multiverse. I'm like, all right, well,
Yeah.
you lost me. So yeah, that one did not like it at all.
Well, my 4 least favorite movies. With number 1, I saw it 3 times, so I hate this movie the worst. But all right, starting off is The Rise of Skywalker. It's such a good it's a good looking movie, but it is such a bad movie. Like, it looks so good, but it's so bad. I have nothing else to say. If you've seen it, you know. My third least favorite movie is Five Nights at Freddy's 2. I wasn't even tired before I saw the movie, but getting through it, I was like falling asleep. It was bad. The animatronics were so bad too, and the story was it was so bad. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, at number 2 is Argyle. Have you guys seen Argyle? I want you to look it up right now. It is the most Facebook mom, book club lover, matcha drinker movie of all time, and I hate it. I walked out of that movie. And it's supposed to be dumb, and it's supposed to be a Facebook mom movie, which is why I didn't like it. And it was probably like my top 10 hype movies of the year. And oh yeah, here's what I wrote. Storyline was exactly something you'd see in a book a mom would read. And I'm pretty sure it was adapted from a book, but I hate that movie.
Yeah, I'm just getting photos of Argyle from Stranger Things. And I was like, oh, what? What's wrong with him?
Dude. Yeah, no, 2024. But my favorite review of all time on Letterboxd comes from this movie. And it's 1 star. Guy sitting next to me leaned over and told me this was the best movie he has ever seen. Say a prayer for him tonight. And I remember dying in class reading that. I don't know how it's not rated worse. But the movie I hate of all time is called Homestead. It is a 2024 Angel Studios film.
Not again.
Oh.
I honestly just
And
do.
I somehow got into watching it 3 times. The first time was by myself, the second time was with my dad, and the third time was with other friends. And it's the same thing like Mando and Grogu, where Angel Studios was making this apocalypse show, and they made the first 3 episodes of their season into a movie as a cash grab. And it's the most TV movie you could ever understand, like Tubi level acting and writing, and it is horrendous.
It's a laugh track.
Okay, my reviews are, I genuinely don't know how I got into the situation of watching this 3 times, but it gets worse with each watch. They seriously should have kept this a part of the TV show. I never watched the TV show. I just hated it that much. They have the quality of a good movie, but bad writing. Didn't even have to finish the movie to write this. I think I walked out my first time. Honestly, it was just horrendous movie. So bad. Yeah, feels like a pilot movie for a series. That's what somebody commented on mine. Movie would be as long as The Brutalist if they had tried to fit their entire show into it. All right. Those are my least favorite movies of all time. If you were like the 5 troopers that are here till the end, thank you. And 3 of those are going to be us 3. So thank you to the 2 people.
Hey, Judah. Drive safe.
Movies as a general are looking down for the next. You know what comes out next week, though? Disclosure Day. So for the next week, movies will be in a dump, but the episode after this might be goated. So
Supergirl also, right?
I think, yeah, Supergirl also. So we're going to be getting some good movies here in the next week and a half.
Dude, just wait for like the July run is going to go crazy.
July run is going to go insane. I mean,
I like you forgot what it was, but I know it's crazy.
July run and December run.
Oh, Odyssey.
The Odyssey.
What else? Brand New Day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But
Frankie, you're gone, by the way.
Yeah, you're not even.
I turned everything off.
Oh, the Minions movie is going to be showing up.
Yeah, no one's watching it.
I have not watched like the last 3 of those, honestly.
I hated. We were watching Backrooms, and they just kept having those Minion ads pop up, where he's like on the computer. It was so stupid.
Yeah.
I wanted to like fake laugh in theater.
The Minions multiverse.
Yeah. But all right, guys. Thank you for listening. Frankie has gone gray. Judah, thank you for joining the pod for an hour. Thank you for your inputs. But yeah, guys, we will see you next week.